Is there anything in state law that requires that just because a property appraisal value increases, property tax liability increases? Is there anything that requires that?
No.
No, there's not, right?
No.
So they could, because they're all lowering rates, right? The values are going up this much, the rates are going down. And we, in fact, we as a state have required the calculation of what's called a no new revenue rate. That used to be called last year's effective rate. So if they're lowering the rate, but they're not lowering it down to the no new revenue rate, is that not effectively a tax increase?
If it's not requiring for that bond, so it's gonna depend on the bond. Not all bonds are gonna lead to an increase in taxes paid, like the bond itself. But for that bond, not all of them are gonna increase.
So I want to understand how you get, because I hear this, right? That bonds don't increase taxes, but I mean, are buildings free?
But no, not all of them. You know, there's already a tax rate. There's projected revenue based on the tax rate, and that's.
But somebody's paying for the buildings, right?
Yeah, everyone that's paying taxes.
Right,
Sure.
and that's whatever. If the building is X dollars, taxes have to go up by X to pay for the building, right? Unless the implication is that a building is free, somebody's paying for the building.
That's correct. Yeah, it's paid by the tax.
So taxes are higher than they would have been if there were not a bond.
If you look at, not every bond is the same. Not every district's the same.
No, but in principle, if it's a $1 bond or a $15 billion bond, taxes would have to go up by either $1 or $15 billion.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So every bond effectively is a tax increase.